There you go.
Doorbell goes.
Hello! See, this is our intro music.
Welcome to the show. I wish the
Welcome
music.
to Ruby and Finn's theatre show.
I think that's the worst bell noise that anyone could have.
Thank you.
No? I didn't realise you'd take that personally.
I chose that. But
Oh! I did. Oh!
No, of course I
know that.
didn't. Oh!
We do this every time when we turn the live on to check comments, and then
I play it out loud every time.
It's great. These are
good
the
bit.
things that start at the beginning of every episode.
It's a good bit.
We sing a song badly. We listen to ourselves.
We pretend it's on purpose.
And then we become professional. At some point, one day.
Maybe. So, welcome back to another episode of Ruby and Finn's Theatre Chat Show. I felt like I actually had to read that. That was quite funny. I wasn't sure where I was going. I will do a quick audio description. My name is Ruby Woods. I am a white 24-year-old female. Alex, get out the shot.
There was very briefly a cryptid.
I have short brown hair. I am wearing a black turtleneck. It's not a jumper, it's a top.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, well, I was wondering how to describe it. I am artistic director of Animate Theatre Company. Animate is a company for adults with cognitive and physical disabilities. I am a disabled artist myself, and I make autobiographical work around my experience living with autism.
Hello, I'm Fynn. I'm a white person. I have a little bit of stubble and brown hair poking out of my green hat. I'm wearing a checkered red shirt. The checkedy bits are kind of like a grey. I am lead practitioner with Animate. When I'm not doing that, I make funny things and I teach.
I make funny things.
I don't know what's the best way to describe what kind of theatre I make, but it tends to be funny in some description.
Comedic theatre.
Yeah, you would think that's how I would describe it. But no, I said funny things.
Funny things. Well, you can make funny things if you like.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, there could be anything. Funny cake.
That's okay. Right, close your eyes. It's question time.
Close your eyes, it's question time. Ruby finds questions to quiz Finn. He doesn't know them beforehand, so he says the wrong thing. But he tries his best. They always get it wrong, even in the words of this song.
Okay, first question is, who is your favourite ever performer?
That's a big question.
Yeah! And
That's
I'm
not
going
great.
with it.
So I think when I'm thinking of performers, actors, like the ones on screen, the ones I know the names of most of the time, because I think in theatre
Could be anyone.
I know more writer
I think
names.
singers are performers as well, comedians are performers, dancers are performers.
Okay, you've thrown a lot of performance options at
I'm
me.
opening up the floor.
I love, in terms of comedians, I love a lot of one-liner comics.
Okay.
So you've got things like Tim Vine and Stuart Francis.
Yeah.
I really love the comedy of Maria Bamford. And Stuart Lee is someone I'm a big fan of. Comedy-wise, I like a lot of comedians. Actor-wise on screen, Olivia Colman is someone I really love at the moment.
Big love, big love. Have
Lakeith
you seen
Stanfield.
Broadchurch?
Yeah, Broadchurch is brilliant because of her.
Oh my god, you have seen Broadchurch.
But I didn't
Love
I didn't
this!
like season 2.
Love this. Okay, so when you come to my house, because not this house, when you come to my home, I live 10 minutes away from West Bay, which is where they filmed Broadchurch.
That's exciting.
Literally, the whole of Broadchurch.
I love walking around places that I've seen on
yeah,
TV.
it's magical because you're like, oh my god, that's the police station. Oh my god, that's his hut. That's we can go to the actual beach hut that things happen. I'm not going to spoil it. That things happen. You can go to the beach hut. That's an Eep.
That's
And we'll
very
go. It's so exciting. Anyway, Olivia Colman is an incredible actor.
Theatre maker I can remember off the top of my head, it's Hugh Hughes. I really liked his work. He did The Ladder that came to TRP, and I thought it was really, really interesting stuff, and I really like him.
Good.
Who are your favourite?
Me.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have seen that one coming. I should have said you were my favourite performer. That would have been nice.
You should have. Yes. Someone who is I'm going to throw this out there because it may not be theatre related, but I'm going to say had really strong stage presence and was the first concert I ever saw, and actually it was a magical experience. Taylor Swift.
I can imagine that.
You wouldn't actually so I think some people would be unsure whether she's good live or not, but actually As a performer, incredible. Loved it. Also, while we're there, Lucy Jones. Lucy Jones, I saw her as Jenna in Waitress. She was incredible. Oh my golly goshness. And she never broke character once. She was wholly Jenna, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely magical, and I really thoroughly enjoy her as a performer.
Okay, I've just remembered musical theatre exists. And I
Musical theatre does exist.
Christina Alado.
Okay.
I'm not great with names. I could have said that. I'm not sure if her first name's Christina, which would be very embarrassing. But she was Mariah Reynolds in Hamilton. And she was also in, I almost called it Wuthering Heights, In the Heights.
In the Heights, nice.
And I was obsessed with her. She is so incredibly talented.
Oh, cool.
And I'm just like, yeah.
Yes. We love. Okay, close your eyes. Next question.
There are more questions?
Yeah!
I thought it was free.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Who are your dream theatre company to work for? If you could work for any theatre company, who would you want to work for?
Who's paying the most? I like.
Fynn again.
My dream company to work for would probably be Animate. I think.
No, genuinely.
Okay.
You already work for Animate, so that's not a good enough answer.
But you said you were your favourite performer.
Yeah, but that's true. I am my favourite performer, but you already work for Animate, so if you could work.
I like forced entertainment stuff a lot of the time, so I think I'd probably go towards them.
Cool.
I'm also struggling to remember the names of theatre companies.
Beautiful.
Who would you like to work with?
I would really enjoy the experience of working with Grey Eye as a leading disability company, but like we all are, I still think there's places to adapt and change and transform, and I would really love to be part of that transformation to kind of bring their work more into accessibility and I think any company can continue to grow, and I would be really interested in being part of that.
Yeah, I've seen two Grey Eyes shows, and I think one of them I thought was a really beautiful example of sort of accessibility in theatre, and one of them I had less of a love for. Yeah.
But I think that we find that with a lot of companies, so I would be really interested in how can we continue to further that conversation, even in disability focused and led companies. You're not always going to get it right, and like I'm sure there are times where us as a company have needed to learn, adapt and push forward, and that's what is really important to us to always continue to do. So I think that would be really cool. Yeah,
and that's a good answer. That's a lot better than my answer.
Ah!
As all your answers are, because you are the best performer. We know
Thank you. Yes, this is true. Okay, so let's move on to segment 2, where we do our mini book club.
Wait, I just realised you said best company to work for, right?
Yeah.
Marvel. I want to work with Marvel.
I said theatre company.
Oh, you said okay. I was just re-editing it in my head. I was like, yeah, I'll just change.
Yeah, I did say
industries.
Theatre company.
Okay, that's embarrassing.
But I would happily work for the Disney theatre company.
Should we? Yeah, and Marvel's Disney, so we could do like, you do the Disney side, I do the Marvel side of theatre. Let's get that happening.
Yes. So this week we have been looking at Plymouth in its prime or Plymouth. Let me double check so I get this.
Prime Plymouth. And one of them had Prime in the title of one of the videos.
In its prime, yes. Plymouth in its prime. So we were looking at Barbican Theatre's 3 videos, Plymouth in its prime. And these were really cool. Very cool. So they were commissioned by Barbican Theatre, and different creatives were working on those together. I'm not sure what order you watched them in.
I don't know the names off the top of my head, so I'm going to describe them as, I went skating through Plymouth, then I went to ladies dancing through Plymouth, and then I went through lots of people dancing in Plymouth and then also skating. I feel like
I did exactly the same order.
I think that might be how it's laid out, because it feels right. You get like 2 different things and they're kind of joined together on the last one. Let us know if you watched it in a different order, if it changed your interpretation.
Yeah, that's literally the order. So what did you think of the first one?
I had a lot of fun with the first one. It's like their way of navigating through Plymouth is like
it was
not how
so
we
cool.
do it.
I love parkour.
Yeah, and
Would that count as parkour? Not.
So the skateboarders aren't parkour.
No, but they were like flipping. And...
Yeah, it was like, they were doing flippy, jumpy things. That's parkour.
Okay.
I don't think it fully counts until after each thing they do, they shout parkour.
Oh, right.
I think that makes it in my heart. That's what parkour is.
That makes parkour if they
shout
if
parkour.
Parkour
and do little hands like, look,
yeah,
you did it. That's what I would do.
I understand. But that one was really well filmed. Well, they were all really well filmed. Oh my gosh, really lovely. And I had a lot of enjoyment in that one, being like, oh wow, that's Plymouth. And like in my head, I knew it was Plymouth, but it's really fun to see like alternative ways of navigating the city. Do you skateboard?
I don't. I have skateboarded in my past. I feel like I'm beginning to dress more like someone who skateboards.
Yeah, you kind of do look like you should be a skateboarder.
I might take it up. But I think I don't skateboard because of how cool the people we see in this video are. Like, they were doing it so good and well that I feel like if I turned up now on my little skateboard and fell over, it'd be a big embarrassment. I just don't like being bad at things.
I mean, I just don't skateboard because I'm very bad at it.
Yeah, but I think we need to do it more and then we get good at it.
Well, I skate.
Are you bad at skating?
Roller skating.
Okay. Yeah, okay, well, if you've got one set of wheel things, then you're fine. You don't need more than one.
But it did actually really incentivize me. That I want to go, like, pick up the skateboard and, like... Because I didn't know that, like... Was that the one with the indoor place?
Yeah, I'd never seen that.
That was so cool! Where was that?
I think it's called Prime. I think that's
how
it ties in. I don't know if they're all around it, but I thought that was called Prime Skate Park.
Oh, that would be cool. That would make a lot of sense.
Mm.
Into the, like, commissions. And
towards the end of the video, they've essentially skated from near where Wilco's is. They skated from the top of town and parkour down. Then they go sort of do a backflip off the lighthouse. Then they get to the woods like Barbican area. Yeah. And then we're indoors and we're in a very beautiful.
It was so cool.
Well, really cool lighting, sort of cool, and there was like a DJ there. I want to hang out there. It looked cool.
Get Fynn on it.
Yeah, get me in. Where's my invite?
Fynn wants in.
Fynn wants in.
Fynn wants in. Fynn wants in. What about number 2?
I like number 2 a lot.
Did you? Is that your favourite?
I think it probably is. It had a really nice energy to it. It was like just very joyous.
Yeah, they were lovely. Really nice dancers.
Yeah, two ladies. Were they? I can't remember if it was choreographed or if it felt kind of. So it felt to me like it might be improv.
Well, there were moments in video 3 that were obviously choreographed because they were doing it together. But yeah, it did also feel improv-y to me.
It felt very joyous, and it felt like very like just two people just having fun.
And there were times where you could literally see the speakers, which I really liked because it did just look like two people having the music on and them just dancing, which was really lovely.
And this one I think had the most sort of different editing in it. It had some stuff like framing the screen.
Yeah, like the pictures. Yeah. That was really cool.
They were Polaroid pictures with their names written on it.
Yeah.
And it just like reminded me of like summer, and you get a Polaroid picture and you like remember these moments. It was really fun. This way that the film was capturing these moments. So I really liked that.
Yeah.
It's probably like be my favourite, I think. Just.
Sorry,
other videos.
I think they're all through. Well, number 3 felt slightly different to me as well in the way that it was filmed and edited. Like even the beginning shot of like the way that the credits were written on the floor, that was really
that was
cool.
really nice.
Yeah, and so that felt different as well. But again, like there's so many of it, like in the different videos, I kept being like, oh my gosh, where's that in Plymouth? And like it did give an alternative perspective that if you don't go, like I didn't know that we had that many skate parks, and it was really cool to see different parts that I had never really seen before, as well as like the classics.
Yeah, there was a shot that like I think I'd seen, but it was just of art and then a cherry blossom sort of near where the Theatre Royal is.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's near the Theatre Royal.
I was like, that's so pretty. I just walked past that and
I
don't
noted that
how
shot
gorgeous
as well.
that
I was
is.
like, that's a really nice shot. That was really cool, and I really liked the pacing. It did feel nice. It felt like smooth and that it was really easy to watch and like really consumable, and obviously it was lovely to be accessed free and online, because it gave an engagement and it allowed creators to continue doing their work. But there were times where I'm like, when did they film this? When did they film it?
When was it that sunny?
I was like, I could have seen this. I can't remember where it was, but I was like, I could have seen them. I'm always there.
There were really nice moments of that, of where you saw real people and sort of them
Yeah!
interacting.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
the
really
performers are real people, but civilians that weren't kind of
They were
involuntary extras.
they were video mirage.
Video mirages. There was
Video
a really
mirage.
nice moment when the skaters were going down the ramp, which is near the Barbican. Like you can go up the ramp sort of near the water rather than
Right.
go up the other way.
Good.
And I saw people at the bottom just like doing that very classic thing of like, oh, which way do I need to go to avoid these skaters? I was like, this is good. I'm watching these
This
people.
is good. This is. But I think it's well, like obviously it was grounded in the surroundings. So
Yeah.
it was nice that there were people kind of wandering around and
Yeah. A place is its people, and it wouldn't have been Plymouth if it was empty. And
If-
so it's nice to see sort of, what this place is.
if you were part of the artist and company who made those videos, would you want to do the skateboarding, the parkour, or the dancing?
Are we assuming that I would be able to do one of those things?
Yes, you are skilled in one of them.
And I have that skill for the rest of my life.
No, you can have it for an hour.
I have that skill for an hour. I think I wanna do parkour. wanna do the
I
flips.
think I want to do parkour. But when you have that skill, does the fear go?
I think if you know you can do it, that gets rid of a little bit of the fear. Unless you're pushing yourself and doing some really like high jumps, which
I feel
wasn't
like
the emphasis of
I
this.
would constantly be afraid.
Well, then maybe you should go for a
Maybe I
different
shouldn't
option.
do parkour.
Yeah, if it would terrify you, it's not
Yeah,
the
but-
right vibe.
I feel like I dance, and I feel like if I stood on a skateboard and got pushed down a hill, I'd be okay.
Yeah, but you're getting the magical talent for the video. So
Yeah, so I feel like that would be parkour.
okay, but you're
Because-
just worried the magical talent won't take you past the fear.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want the magical talent, but I also want the magical anti-anxiety.
I would more than any talent I would like magical anti-anxiety. I think that should be an option
That should
in
always
all
be an option.
questions.
Like, take away that performance anxiety.
Oh yes, please.
What's your best tip for getting rid of performance anxiety?
Just eating.
That's so true. No, that's actually so true. Because the thing I do before a show is I don't eat. I never eat.
I think it just the thing of like putting stuff in your mouth just means you're thinking of something else for a little bit. I normally go with high sugar, but I don't know
okay.
if that helps. Actually,
I usually do a Lucasade.
I think I also go to caffeine, and that's never a good choice.
When you said I usually go to caffeine, I thought you meant like Caffeine Club.
Yeah, and for every performance, I just go, I'm like, give me all the pizza fries.
We often go to caffeine after an anime performance.
Yeah, it's
That
an
is-
age-old tradition.
That we do vibe with that. So that's quite a nice little circle.
To like a caffeine club sandwich for every performance.
The Caffeine Club
Sandwich.
Caffeine.
Club sandwich. Yeah,
This is
I
good.
would like the magical dancing powers actually.
What do you mean? We're great.
You're great.
I'm literally just doing this.
I got confused.
Woo! Yay!
This is nice.
Anyway, let's move on to section 3, where we give you some theatre to engage with. Hopefully, I'm fingers crossing that over the next few weeks we will be able to give you some more in-person and live theatre that you can engage with. But at the moment, we are still going to navigate that online space. So today is a big one. And today is a big one on purpose. Because as it's week 5 and we are doing this as 10 weeks, after this week we have a week break, so slightly before the school's half term, but this is where it's at for us. So you will have 2 weeks in which to watch this piece. So we've given you a long one. Again, watch as much as you can, watch as much as you want. Do not feel pressured, but we are just here to give you a space to engage with some more theatre. So the one we have chosen today is classic
Whoa.
Romeo and Juliet. So this is the 2019 playing Shakespeare with Deutschbank.
With I'd go Deutsch.
Deutsch is it? Yeah,
German?
that's what I thought. Yeah,
Deutsch Bank? Possibly.
And so this is actually filmed at the Globe Theatre.
Whoa.
So it's really cool. And it's, let me check how long.
If it's filmed at a Globe, how come the actors don't fall off like the edge?
No. It is an hour and 40 minutes, but again, just engage with however much you like. But I think that's quite a nice condensed version of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, hour and 40 minutes, I can do that.
That's consumable.
Yeah, I was like, in my head, I went 4 hours. I was like,
And
oh,
to
no.
be able to watch like a whole Globe Theatre production for free, it's literally on YouTube. We will share the link as always. But to be able to watch that is really, really cool.
We are going to have so much to talk about next week. Next 2 weeks.
Yeah, not next week.
Sorry.
I will check the dates to make sure that everyone is engaged. But as I said, we are going to start looking at different things that we can do in person.
I'd love to see something for real in a real space. It's very exciting.
Do you think when you go back, you are going to stick to trying to find outdoor performances, or are you keen to like get back in a room, back in a theatre?
I think that indoor spaces, it's possible to have good distancing,
Yeah.
and things like that. I'm going to be heading back to the cinema, I think, as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So I think I'm going to be comfortable with that, but I really understand that people who are still shielding, or people, if you still have anxiety around that, it makes so much sense. And yeah, I think outdoors, especially with the weather picking up, and you know, it is definitely safer. I think that's hopefully
We do hope the weather's picking up.
will help a bit more of that we can go and see.
Because the amount of rain that is just falling from the sky.
If anyone wants to do a production of Noah's Ark,
Yeah.
that could be good outside these days.
I will be the giraffe.
Yeah. Who would you get as your second giraffe?
Me.
Two of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he needs one Ruby when you can have two.
Yeah. Like with a mirror?
You know what? That would be an artistic decision that would be made by Ryan Wilson, our director.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to put that to him.
Yeah, how are we making Ruby twice?
Yeah.
Cloning?
Yeah.
Time travel?
Yeah. Got to figure that one out.
Alternate reality?
So what happens when I'm artistic director is I can give the ideas and Ryan has to realise them.
Is that yeah? Okay, there's going to be two of me. Good luck!
There's going to be two giraffes and they're both going to be played by Ruby.
You could like film.
No, I don't want you to. No,
I'm not
don't
allowed
give him
to.
ideas.
Don't
We're
listen to
just
film.
going to sit with that moment.
We're sitting here in silence for the next 8 minutes. Okay, let's go.
I'm not very good at this. Okay, thank you for joining us this week, guys. We will see you in 2 weeks. So we're not joining you next week, but we will join you the week after. This is really putting me off. It's terrifying. Can you at least move? Beep, 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 beep. Okay, thank you guys. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Goodbye.